Okay, so in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to set up your artboard for your figure ground initials project. I'm going to go through one of them just to show you how it's done. And then I'm going to leave it up to you to figure out how you're going to place your objects on your artboards. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So in Illustrator, you are going to create a new document. So you're going to go to New File, name it your first initial, last name, underscore, figure, ground. You're going to make your artboard 3 inches by 3 inches. Make sure that this is set to inches before you put in that number. And right here, where it says artboards, you're going to make this 6. So default is 1. It should look like this. You are going to just type in the number 6. All right, this is going to set up 6 artboards on your workspace. So I'm going to go ahead and hit create. And this is what your artboard should look like. It may be side to side, all of them may be across, it doesn't matter. As long as you have 6 artboards on your workspace, you are good to go. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and do my first initial set. Okay, so I'm just going to type out the letter W. I'm going to, change my font, delete that little space. I'm going to go to my font, and I'm just going to pick something. I want you to go through your letters, your letter forms, and your font choices to see which one works best for your initials. All right, everybody's going to be different, but this is just about discovering what looks best and using up your limited artboard or your limited workspace. All right, so you're going to type your first initial and then type your second initial and place your second initial somewhere on your artboard. All right, so it's about figure ground. It's about figuring out where to place your objects to make it pleasing to the eye. All right, so there's no right or wrong way to do this. It is art, and you guys are learning how to use these tools. All right, so I'm gonna actually call this one good. I'm gonna go ahead and make this fit on my entire artboard. All right, so if you want to hold the constraint or hold the same dimension, you're gonna hold the shift key while you're stretching out your object. If you wanna just distort it, make it taller or fatter, you can not hold shift and just pull from the anchors here and just stretch it out if you want. Okay, so that is it. If you want to change the color of your background to a solid color, you can. You can use 3 colors, white, black, and 1 other color. That is it. That other color should be consistent throughout if you use it for every artboard. In my examples that I posted in Classroom, I only used 1. I think I posted it, I'm not sure. I only used 1 other color. Okay, so I used this pink. So that's what I'm talking about, 1 other color. So if you use 1 other color, it doesn't have to be on every single artboard. Try it out, see how it looks. If it doesn't look great, then move on and do something new. Okay, so you're going to put your initials on your artboard, maybe make your last name initial bigger than your first name initial. Rotate them, flip them upside down, make 1 upside down, 1 right side up. It is completely up to you. When you are done, you are going to export. You're going to save your Illustrator file. So go to File, Save As, put it into a new folder in your Student U drive, name it Figure Ground. And then I'm going to open that up, make sure it's Figure Ground, make sure this is set for Illustrator file, hit Save. Okay. And then you're going to, when all of your artboards are complete, you're going to export. So go to Export, Export As, make sure it's going to your Student U drive in your Figure Ground folder. Make sure this is a JPEG, and then you need to click on this Use Artboards button in order for all of your artboards to be saved separately. This is important because we're going to print them, and you are going to mount them on black cardstock. So I'm going to hit Export. Make sure my resolution is set to high and hit OK. And you're going to turn in those 6 artboards into Google Classroom. They're JPEG images, and then let me know and I'll have you send them to the printer. And then I will have you mount your work.